channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate that. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Do me a big favor, guys. Get yourself down in the description box and check out those links. The first one is that Moo link. The good folks at Moo, they're going to be willing to give you up to $1,000 in NVIDIA stock shares if you decide to open up a new Moo brokerage account and make a qualifying deposit. Don't sleep on this, guys. Limited time offer, so don't delay act today. Get down in that description box, click on that Moo link, get yourself some NVIDIA stock shares. Second link, Wealth Builders Financial Community on Patreon. That's my community that I started in 2024 for like-minded people, chasing financial freedom and passive income. If you're one of those people that are trapped in the matrix, no one's helping you build wealth, you don't know how to build wealth, tap on that second link. Get yourself over to Patreon and sign up for the Wealth Builders. We're not experts, but we're 2,000 people who are working with one another through best practices, tips, nuggets, what's working, what's not working, to help one another learn how to build wealth the right way, which is long-term investing, big boy blue chips. You want to be a part of that team? Get yourself over to Patreon, man. Sign up, come join us. Well, guys, it's been a couple of months since I've done a live stream. So forgive me if I'm a little rusty, but I thought it was important to get on here and do a live stream this morning because the American people are in trouble. We're in big trouble. We just got the February jobs report, 2026, and it's not good. Millions of Americans have lost their jobs, and millions more will lose jobs if we don't change and turn this thing around. Unemployment rate creeping up. It's not good, guys. Not good at all. But let me dive into the report. We're going to talk about that, and then we're going to talk about what effect is this having on the stock market, because, of course, the purpose of this YouTube channel is to provide information to assist in someone building their wealth. And guess what? If you ain't got no job, it's hard to build wealth without a job because you got no income. So pay attention. February 2026 jobs report, an overwhelmingly disappointing report. That's the headline, guys. Let me give you the key points. Non-farm payrolls fell by 92,000 in February, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, far below consensus expectations of roughly 50,000. Healthcare, a sector that sustained job growth through most of 2025, shed 28,000 jobs. This is healthcare, guys, which has been one of the biggest producers of jobs in 2025. But in February, lost 28,000 jobs. You should be concerned, guys. When healthcare is losing jobs, be concerned. Largely because a Kaiser permanent strike sidelined more than 30,000 workers during the BLS survey week. Even adjusting for the strike, payrolls would have been deeply negative. Here's another key point. The labor force participation rate slipped to 62%, its lowest level since December 2021. Again, guys, you should be alarmed. Start paying attention to this stuff. Even as the prime age employment to population ratio held at 80.7%, still above the 2019 average of 80%. Today's job report was overwhelmingly disappointing. There's no other way to say it. While economists expected the economy to add 50,000 jobs in February, today's release shows we lost 92,000 jobs instead. Job loss occurred in nearly every sector of the economy, including healthcare, a major change from the story we've become accustomed to over the past year. Additionally, revisions to December show we ended 2025 in a worse spot than we previously believed. While January's jobs report raised hopes that the labor market might be turning the corner, the February report swings that discussion in the opposite direction, pointing instead to continued evidence of softening and emerging warning signs across several industries. Here's the thing, guys. If you're working for somebody, tighten up. Anything can happen. Don't take anything for granted. That's why on this channel, I encourage you guys always to have multiple streams of income. See, the way the 1% control you is through your job. If you're working for somebody, even if you're in your own business and you need people to come in there and buy stuff from you, ain't nobody gonna be able to buy anything from you if they don't have a job generating any income. And as you can see, things ain't looking good. You got the January report, seemed pretty decent. Seemed like we were on track to increase. February report completely turned all of that around. Economists thought the economy would add 50,000 jobs. Guess what? We lost 92,000. Not good, guys. Not good. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. The healthcare sector shed 28,000 jobs in February after adding an average of 30,000 per month over the past 12 months. So if you're in the healthcare sector and you thought, hey, I ain't gonna have no worries. We're gonna have a job in healthcare. Well, maybe not. Consider multiple streams of income if you're in the healthcare industry. While this was partially driven by strikes, let's give that its due, right? There was a strike, right? There was a strike. This change is notable. Leisure and hospitality fell by 27,000 jobs. Leisure and hospitality, 27,000 jobs. It fell by that much, guys. As employment declined in accommodation and food service roles. The only sectors to add jobs in February were financial activities, wholesale trade, retail trade, utilities, and other services. The labor market has continued to hum along in recent years, often balancing bright spots in the data with otherwise gloom news. Unfortunately, today's report looks weak across the board. Guys, this is a warning sign. This is a warning sign. If you're out there working for somebody, this is a warning sign. Figure out a way to get you some multiple streams of income. Do not rely on one income. It leaves you vulnerable. Personally, I already have 5 different streams of income through my business. But I also got what? Assets. So even if those 5 streams get taken away temporarily, I can lean on my assets to take care of me. We got to get serious about this, guys. What's happening right now in our country and in the world is not good. You already know what's going on right now with the United States and Iran and these other countries. Right now, we got multiple little conflicts around the world. Venezuela, Iran, and just recently was another one that we just invaded another little small country. And then we got this thing on the bubble with Cuba. So we're just entangled and all kind of stuff across the world. But yet and still here in America, we lost 92,000 jobs in February 2026. Unemployment rate went up. Let's keep moving, man. And again, guys, my channel here is not about politics, and I'm not trying to be political. That's not my thing. My thing is building wealth and getting the freedom. My thing is everything that's going on right now that we got our hands in, but we at home slipping. That's all I'm saying. We got our hands in all this stuff around the globe, but at home we slipping. When you lose 92,000 jobs, that's slipping. When your unemployment rate is starting to go up, that's slipping. That's all I'm saying. You know, I'm no expert here. I'm just giving you my opinion now. You guys got a right to give your opinion too, so drop it down in the comments. The labor market has continued to hum along. We've already talked about that. For policymakers at the Federal Reserve, here we go. For policymakers at the Federal Reserve, the outlook got far more complicated as they head into their mid-March meeting. Inflation remains stubbornly above the 2% goal, but the labor market may be moving from merely bent to genuinely broken. You feel me? So what's the mandate of the Federal Reserve? Two things. They got two primary mandates. First mandate is to do what? Keep inflation below 2%. Are they accomplishing that mandate right now? Absolutely not. They're not accomplishing that. Inflation is higher than 2%. Matter of fact, inflation is hovering around 3%. So they're not accomplishing that mandate. What's the second mandate? Maximum employment. Based on this February 2026 jobs report, they're not accomplishing that as well. Your economy just lost 92,000 jobs. So they're not accomplishing either one of their primary mandates. That's a problem. That's a problem. Let's see what they can do to fix those. Now, maybe they can't fix them on their own, but they do have a little bit of a tool that they use to help things. Now, let's see if they're going to use that tool, right? So here we go. Inflation remains stubbornly above the Fed's 2% goal, but the labor market may be moving from merely bent to genuinely broken. Even more concerning, the February data does not take the evolving war with Iran into account. The March jobs report may reflect early effects of the conflict, but much of the potential impact depends on the duration and extent of the war. Again, guys, not a political channel. I'm not an expert. I'm not here to question what the United States government, going into Iran or going into Venezuela or anywhere else. I'm not qualified to try to even talk about that. What I am qualified to do is talk to you guys about the concern you should have around your job, the concern you should have around your assets. Because if we spiral this thing into something bigger, you're going to need some assets to lean on, man, to get through this thing. That's what I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you, get your financial house in order right now and expect the worst. Because the worst could happen. But if you're not ready for the worst and you haven't prepared, then you're going to be in big trouble. So right now, you need to start batting down the hatches and preparing for whatever comes. We don't know. I can't control what our government does when it comes to conflicts around the world. All I can tell you is we elected these folks. These very folks making these decisions, we put them in office. We put them in office. The American people overwhelmingly voted to put these people in office. So who am I to argue with that? I can't argue with the American people. Y'all voted for this. What you're getting right now is what you voted for. But what we can do is figure out how to protect ourselves the best we can financially. And this report right here is a precursor. March could be worse because March numbers are going to include all these little conflicts we got going on around here. And all you got to understand is the longer these conflicts go on, the worse it will be for our GDP around the United States and the world. That's my opinion now. Y'all might disagree. I'm no expert here. I'm just giving you my personal opinion. Of course, I'm not attacking anybody. That's not my character. I'm not here to attack our administration. I'm here to let you know if you better protect yourself or you gonna be stuck like Chuck. Because ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. So if you don't protect you, you're gonna just be out there on your own, guys. That's all I'm saying. Put yourself in position to protect yourself. Today's data shows that the labor market has averaged essentially zero net job creation over the past 6 months. I keep telling y'all, man, you better start paying attention to what's going on around you. Now, you can sit around and listen to these cable news networks that tell you everything is wonderful, inflation is gone, jobs are strong. You can listen to all that propaganda now, I'm telling you. But when you really pull back the onion and really smell it, you can tell all of that is not really the truth, in my opinion. These people are telling you right here. Let me read it for you again. Today's data show that the labor market has averaged essentially zero net job creation over the last 6 months. Zero. That's not sustainable, guys. That's not good. Zero, the last time I checked, is not good. What's even worse if it goes negative, which it could. Let's keep reading. This is concerning because when an economy stops creating jobs, it's often not long before it starts losing them. What did I just tell you in the title of this video? Millions of Americans will lose their jobs because of this. And I'm bringing it full circle for you right here. Let me read it for you one more time just in case you missed it. This is concerning because when an economy stops creating jobs, it's not often too long before it starts losing jobs. The key question now is whether February was a temporary setback or the start of a more concerning trend. Guys, you better get out here, man, and start doing you some critical thinking and get yourself to a position where you understand what's happening in this world and stop relying on your cable news network and your favorite podcaster. See, that's the problem with most of us. We won't go out and do our own independent research and critically think through some of this stuff. We're going to depend on our podcaster. We're going to depend on the cable news network. And guess what? All of those, both of those, about money. That's it. Your cable news network, it's about money. Advertisers and money. Your favorite podcaster, 9 out of 10 times, it's about money. It's not about giving you the right information. See, the right information should come from you. You should be out doing critical thinking, researching, thinking through this stuff and putting 2 and 2 together. These people telling y'all inflation is gone. That's not true, guys. Inflation is higher than it was in 2024. But they're telling you it's gone. Basically, they're telling you there's no inflation. That's not true, guys. Just go look, just go do a little research and critically think through this. Inflation is not below 2%. It's not even at the Fed's mandate. Oh, economy is growing jobs left and right. That's not true, guys. I've just read for you right here an independent article that tells you we're at a net zero over the last 6 months. We haven't had not one job in 6 months. But the propaganda machine says, oh, it's great. Listen, man, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That's the message here today. I'm not here to try to be an expert or tell you guys what to do. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep earning. I'm going to keep what I earn, and I'm going to continue to multiply what I keep. That's what I'm going to keep doing. I'm not going to get caught up in all this propaganda, all this, oh, inflation, there's no inflation. Oh, we're just growing jobs left and right when that's not true. See, I know it's not true. So I just don't pay it no attention and I keep on doing what I'm doing. Unemployment rate, boop, up. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the unemployment rate. The unemployment rate also rose to 4.4% from 4.3%. Now, historically, that's still low. Let's give credit where credit is due. Historically, that's still low. But anytime you get an uptick, that's not a good thing, guys. That's not a good thing when you get an uptick. I'm just saying, that's my opinion now. That don't mean it's the gospel. I'm just giving you my opinion. You may have a different opinion. So how is the stock market doing today? Glad you asked. Dow falls 800 points after Trump comments spike oil. Surprise job losses in February. So again, I'm not picking and choosing. I'm not attacking anybody. This is who y'all elected. This is who you guys elected, Americans, to run our country for the next 4 years. Now you got to live with the consequences. You do. You have to live with this for the next 3 years. Again, no dog in the fight for me, because I'm going to do what I got to do. I don't worry about all that. But for most of y'all, y'all do worry about it. Y'all elected who you elected. You're stuck with them for the next 3 years. You might be stuck with them for longer than that. Who knows? So get used to this. This is what you elected. This is what you get. So get used to it. Figure out a way to get around it. Figure out a way to still build wealth, because this is what you're going to get. You're going to get this for the next 3 years. This is not going to get any better. That's my opinion now. Personal opinion. Ain't got a dog in the fight. Ain't picking on anybody. Just giving you my personal opinion. You certainly can disagree, and that's okay. But my personal opinion is this thing ain't gonna get no better. This thing gonna get crazier and crazier. So prepare for the crazy. That's all I'm telling you. Prepare yourself mentally and financially for the crazy. This crazy gonna get crazier. That's the whole point of it. The whole point of this thing is just to get crazier, to keep you in a world of crazy while they go through the back door and rob the piggy bank. They can keep you in the world of crazy, focused on crazy every day and not focused on your wealth. And the 1% gonna go right through the back door, pick the lock, and steal everything. That's the game plan. You do understand that, right? See, the game plan is to keep you occupied on the crazy all day, every week, every month, every year. Just concentrate, keep them on the crazy. And the 1% go through the back door and continue to build their wealth and widen the wealth gap. That's the game plan. That's the game plan, guys, whether you know it or not. You need to understand that's the game plan. How do you beat the game plan? Here's how you beat their game plan. You ignore all the propaganda and all the foolishness and all the circus act. Ignore it. Focus on what you can control. See, all of that circus act and all that old stuff over here, you can't control none of that. But they want you occupied over here so you don't control the things that you can control, which is what? If you got a job, right? The money that you make, see, you control where that money goes. You can control that. You can control your attitude and you can control your effort. They can't control that unless you let them. Just saying. So let's keep moving on. Stocks fell Friday, adding to their weekly declines as oil prices spiked and traders reacted to an unexpected drop in the U.S. jobs data. The Dow lost 815 points, or 1.7%. The S&P 500 and the NASDAQ composite were down 1.6% and 1.4% respectively. West Texas Intermediate futures broke above $89 a barrel. This thing is headed to $100 a barrel. That's where crude oil is headed right now, to $100 a barrel. Go to your local gas station. Check the prices of gas right now. They price gouging you. You guys already know, well, maybe you don't know, but see, I've made a lot of loans in my banking days to gas stations, right? People who wanted to build their own gas station, and we would do loans for them. Sometimes they would be big companies, sometimes they'd be small companies. We would do loans for them to build gas stations. So I got familiar with how the gas station industry worked. See, the way the gas station industry works is these people that put that gasoline in those big old gigantic tanks where you go get your gas at, they've already paid for that gasoline months and months and months and months in advance. They don't just pay for it the day they show up to put the gas in the tanks. That's not when they pay for it. They didn't pay for this gas. They prepaid for it. They've already bought the gas so they could get a fixed price on it, as much as they can, because they know stuff changes in the future. Things will change and run up gas prices, so they want to preempt that and already have their gasoline prepaid for, pre-purchased months and months in advance. They get a better price. It's locked in. So guess what? The gasoline that you're pumping right now at your local gas station has already been paid for months ago. But guess what they still do? Jack up the price on you. They jack up the price because they can, guys. This is how this country works. And I'm not complaining about it because I participated in it. But this is how our country works. Same with retailers. Same with retailers. Anytime big corporations have an opportunity to fleece us as Americans, they do it. And it's okay that in most cases, most of us are okay with that. I went to the gas pump the other day to get some gas. Now, I've been going to this gas station for a long time. Last week, the gas was $1 cheaper. The premium unleaded that I get was $1 cheaper last week than it is right now this week. And I know these people paid for that gasoline months and months ago. But this is what they do. In every aspect of our life, they fleece us. We're the target. We're the mark. You do understand that, right? We're the mark. The American people, the people that live in this country, are the mark for the 1%. Any way they can fleece us, rob us, take from us, they will do it. And they got an administration right now that allows them to do it. As a matter of fact, it encourages them to do it. They do. That's my opinion. Now and again, I'm not, hey, I'm a proud American. I love my country. It's given me a lot. I've given it a lot. But it's not, that doesn't mean because I love my country that I can't disagree with some of the things that go on here. See, a lot of times we get that mixed up. See, people think, oh, you don't love your country because you won't agree with everything that this current administration says you need to agree with. No, I'm not going to agree with everything they say. Absolutely not. That doesn't mean I'm not a proud American and I don't support America. I do, 1,000%. And matter of fact, I support our administration when I believe they're doing the right thing. When they're not doing the right thing, in my opinion, then I don't support that. And that's okay. I have the right to support or not support. I will never get on this YouTube channel and talk bad about anybody in our administration. I won't do that. What I will do is share with you what I disagree with in a respectful manner. Because at the end of the day, the American people voted for these people that are in power in this country, in our government right now. Americans voted for these people overwhelmingly. Wasn't even close. So guess what? You get what you voted for. They're not doing anything different that they didn't tell you they was going to do before you put them in office. Exactly what they're doing right now, they told y'all they were going to do this. Y'all voted for them anyways. So now you pay the price. Good news is you can redirect some things and try to get ahead of this thing, because you're going to be in this, whatever this thing is going on right now with these folks, you're going to be in it for another 3 years. So figure out a workaround plan to build wealth anyways. Understand you're going to be in this for the next 3 years and maybe even longer, guys. Who knows? Who knows? So get yourself in a position, man, where you can have multiple streams of income to try to keep yourself out of these weeds. This thing is going to get worse before it gets better. That's my opinion now. That's my opinion. It's going to get worse before it gets better. So get prepared. Get yourself in position. Appreciate y'all for stopping in. And if you're stopping in for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. See it in your mind, hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy. Catch you on the next video.